on like that.
I know you feel it, the burning in your spirit, welling deep inside, you gotta beast decide. I know it's hard to tame it, it's harder to explain it, can't even get a picture, no matter how you frame it. There's so much pressure with all these external stresses, and they try to test you. Gotta push them through the feeling, even though your mind is reeling. The power's deep inside and leads you if you were willing. Got the power. Can you feel the power? This is the hour to release your power. Got the power. Can you feel the power? This is the hour to release your power. Got the power. Can you feel the power? This is the hour to release your power. Got the power. Can you feel the power?
I think our guest with us tonight actually brought up well, she loved music. So and I think someone who was in our in the show last week or whatever said Roger, I think it's Roger with Computer Love. We're supposed to be playing that music. I think I forgot to do that, but we had a good time last month. But we are now in the month of March, and most of you all know. If you don't, I wanted to let you know this is Women's History Month. So we're going to be kind of kicking off the month of March celebrating women. So tonight we're going to talk about how we can celebrate women everywhere, all over the world, in your regular everyday life. How are we showing up for our sisters, for the women in our lives? But before we get started, and I guess who you have met her before, so she is going to the refrigerator by herself to get us something to drink. Okay, I am not serving her anything. But before we get started, I wanted to say happy birthday to anyone who is celebrating a birthday. You all know how I feel about birthdays, and if we missed it because we weren't with you last week, happy birthday to you. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. If you know somebody's having a birthday today, tell them to come on over and join the show so we can say happy birthday to them. But happy birthday to you. Y'all hear that? One more time. Happy birthday. So I also wanted to say happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to anybody who's celebrating love. February ain't the only month, okay? Because I didn't get married in February. I celebrate love in July, okay? And Sean, what
June.
See, we're gonna fill up the calendar. So we celebrate love anytime, okay? But happy anniversary to anybody who's celebrating love. I also wanted to say congratulations. Congratulations to anybody who started a new career, who has bought a new house, who has actually done something that they never thought they'd do off their bucket list or something. Just congratulations, keep going. But I also wanted to say, I know that we're in some difficult times, and for those who are going through any kind of tragedy in their life or difficult times, please know that you are in our prayers. We know that at times when some people are celebrating, other people are going through it. And we all have those moments. So I do want to acknowledge if you're going through a rough time, we keep you in our prayers. Please stay lifted. And we invite you to come on over here on Thursdays and just have some fun. I can tell you we're going to have some fun today. We have fun every Thursday that we come on here. It may be a topic that you're interested in, but if not, come on over and join us anyway. So I wanted to say, happy birthday, happy anniversary, congratulations, and thank you for joining us here. We come here every Thursday hoping to share something that you didn't know before you left. We had some Black History moments where we actually share some things that people didn't know. That always makes me feel good when I'm able to share something that somebody didn't know. So this is that moment. This is where we do this. So I really wanted to personally say thank you all for continuing to support us and join us on Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. I'm always grateful for anybody who tunes in to check us out on Thursdays. And you also know that you can check us out on Spotify and all of those online platforms, as well as on Facebook Live, where we are now, and on YouTube, where we are now. So we do snippets on TikTok. I haven't actually gone live on TikTok with the Power Shut Up, but hey, you never know what's in the cards for the future, right? So, without further ado, I wanted to welcome somebody who is at home over here. Sean Latour is joining us today to kick off Women's History Month.
Yay! Hey, Lisa, thank you so much for having me. Thank you. I'm always excited to be in front of the Power Shut Up audience. You have an incredible community here, and it truly is an honor to be able to kick it with you online and, of course, in real life.
That's
Because,
right.
again, this is Women's History Month, and you are, this is such a great time to be able to spend with you.
Yes, because one of the reasons why I thought it would be cool to have Sean come and join me, and for those, I like that we're celebrating Women's History Month. And what I'm actually excited about is, you all know, and you may, well, some of you may not know, but Shariva is always behind the scenes, keeping things rolling, but she actually does a lot. So she's taking a little break. And I'm so grateful that Sean is going to hang out with me for a little bit. She knows she's welcome anytime, but Shariva deserves a break. She does so much for the Power Shut Up, for my publishing company. Sean actually is a part of the publishing company as well, but we actually look out for each other. It's a real sisterhood here. We work together. We have a good time together. We support one another. And this is an example of that. So perfect timing for celebrating Women's History Month, because tonight I wanted to kind of talk about what kind of things are we doing to show up for women in our lives, for our sisters. And everybody ain't got to be your sister, but some people are your sisters. But some people are your friends. Some people are your aunties, your grandmothers. But how are we really showing up for the women in our lives that mean something to us? So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And Sean, I thought would be a perfect person to kind of talk about some things, because a lot of times we talk about it. We say, yeah, it's great to support our sisters, but are we really supporting our sisters? Are we really doing that? And I wanted to share some examples of things that you can do in your community on a daily basis. What kind of things that you do to celebrate women, not just for Women's History Month, but just in general. So Sean, share with us a few things. When you think about Women's History Month, what do you think about?
Well, here's what's so interesting, Lisa, and you know this, but I have two sisters, and my dad would just always talk about the women in his life and the women around him. And when I think about women's history, I actually think as much about us making history as I do about previous generations.
Okay.
When I think about the fact that my grandmother was not able to even open a bank account without my grandfather.
Wow.
This is not that long ago. Women were only able to vote, family, 1920. That's 105 years.
Right.
So we don't have to go that far, right? Our grandmothers, my grandmother was born in 1920, but there are probably some people that may be listening, their grandmothers were born before then.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have experienced such transformation, such advancement for women. I mean, I'm the first person in my family to graduate from college, but now there are tens of us.
Yes,
because of the sacrifices that our grandparents and parents made. So
absolutely.
I'm really excited. I mean, not to say that I don't know about Angela Davis and Rosa Parks, and we can run the list, but really when I think about women's history, I think about my own. I think about my family. I think about your family. I think about our mothers, our aunts, and our sisters, and that's what's so exciting because so many people don't know their stories. They don't know what they've been able to do and what they have accomplished. That's what I'm excited to talk about today.
I love that because I think, and I think it comes kind of with the territory. We're so busy getting things done. We kind of don't put ourselves, we're always thinking about somebody else that's being honored, somebody else, a woman from the past who's done these amazing things. And sometimes we leave ourselves out of that list when, just like with Black History Month, we are Black History Month every day, all day. We are Black History Month. So, of course, during Women's History Month, we are making history every day. Every time we step outside of our house or we turn on our computer and share some information or knowledge or achieve something, we are part of Women's History Month. And we forget about all the accomplishments we made. I mean, I think about the time I reached out to you when I was working on my doctorate. And, if you just asked me off the break, what kind of things that I did, I could name a few things, but I forgot a lot of things that I had done. And it wasn't until I went through that process that I was like, oh, okay, I did do that. But I wasn't even thinking about it because you're just so busy doing.
Mhm.
So that's why I appreciate some of these special months where we're able to recognize the things. So I wanted to share, I don't know if you all have heard of National Women's History Alliance. They have a website out there, and they actually have a toolkit that walks you through all kinds of things that you can do in honor of Women's History Month. And I thought it was pretty cool. They share some goals and objectives that I wanted to kind of share with you all, but please go visit their website. I just happened to run across it and was like, I need to check some of these things out. So I wanted to share a few things, and then Sean, you give me some feedback on what you think or any ideas. But we talked about things like in this toolkit. I saw that they were talking about things rather like in the area of honor. They said to recognize the achievements and contributions of women educators, mentors, and leaders. That's something that we've been talking about. In the lane of inspiration, motivate all generations to pursue education and leadership roles and to work for equality. That's something that we talk about, shoot, on a regular. Okay. And then in
Mhm.
the lane of education is about raising awareness about the importance of women's roles in influence and leadership. And then let's talk about uniting. Okay, that's one place where we can struggle sometimes in this world of women and sisterhood. But when we talk about uniting, bringing together communities to celebrate and support women's history and achievements, and bringing awareness of common issues and strengths that all women share. We can even have a whole conversation of men all pause or menopause or whatever you want.
Oh, okay. Come on now. That's a separate show. That's a
Right.
separate show.
And we're going to talk about, like, I mean, ideas of promotion, like enhancing the visibility of the diversion of women that their contributions, their achievements. And then some key messages like when instrumental in the area of science, breaking barriers, building bridges, mentorship, which we talked about. But this is a month where we get to do a little extra celebrating of our women and the things that we've achieved. So what kind of, and I want to talk about the daily living of celebrating your sisters. Like, when is the last time you walked past a woman and said, I am loving them glasses, or your hair looks really good today, or that outfit is fire? Do we really do it? I know we talk about it, but do we really do it? What you think, Tom? I mean, are we really out there doing it, or are we just talking about it?
Listen, I absolutely, I do as much as I can all the time. What I actually, now this is really going to stretch you. Lisa, how many of us receive compliments and don't receive them? Come on. How many times was I like, oh, I
Oh,
just
wait a minute. I had to
really like
think about, okay. Wait a minute. Because when you said that, I was like, wait a minute. But I
it?
get you. Before we go, good evening, good evening from Empower Perspectives. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Crystal, thank you for joining. And we're talking about Women's History Month and how we're actually celebrating women. And Sean just dropped, you just dropped one on me because I was like, wait a minute. I heard it again. I had to hear that twice. So say
Mhm.
that for me one more time.
So, how many times do we get compliments and don't receive them? So, I
Mm.
want you to think about it. How many times before you heard someone say, oh, I like your glasses, you already like, oh, girl, these things, these are so cheap. Oh, I got these on Zillow. And didn't even say thank you.
Mm.
One of the things that my pastor, again, incredible, my pastor Lanyard have again incredible couple pastors, but she always is checking us as women. Take the compliment, whether it's a woman or a man, whether it's as long as it's not disrespectful. Take the compliment. How you doing, beautiful? Oh, thank you. Walk away. It's okay. It's okay to smile and say thank you.
You
You don't
talking to
have to
me.
explain, oh, they've been on sale since I done had these since high school. I got this in college. Oh, this is my
Oh,
mama's.
let me protect my toes right now,
Oh,
because you are you are stepping on my
listen.
toes.
How many
Oh
of
my
us again
goodness.
we can give them, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Lisa. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
We
And
look, we're going to provide the link for you all if some of the ladies and even the gentlemen in the chat want to come up and shout out a special woman in your life that you want to acknowledge during Women's History Month. We are welcoming that. But thank you all so much for joining. I'm loving what you're talking about, Sean. Right, you kind of you were stepping on my toes a little bit,
yeah.
because
Mhm.
that's a struggle that I definitely have had.
And a lot of people do. And so I want to challenge, since we talk about Women's History Month and Lisa knows who she brought on the show, okay, family, is let's receive. We are so often giving. Let's receive. This
Mm.
is our month. Let's receive the compliment. Oh, I'm going to really stretch you. There's somebody out here and somebody opened the door for them. Somebody offered to carry something heavy. Oh, I got it. I got it. It's fine. Again, it's going to be on somebody's toes. I already know. And I'm not mad because I'm just popping up in here. Y'all have to deal with Lisa, okay? Somebody right now said, oh, let me help you at work. Or, I'll take care of this. And you immediately jumped. No, I got it. Oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, I'm going to do this. No, I am going to challenge you not just to receive, but as my grandmama would say, sit down.
Yeah.
Sit down. Because part of Women's History Month is told from the lens of the warriors, the conquerors, the workers, the trailblazers. And we tired. Come on, somebody, we tired. We tired.
Yeah.
And we do not have to wear a cape 24/7.
Yeah.
I want that to be part of women's history as well.
I love that. I love that. I think that's a great point that we do when we think about Women's History Month. We are literally thinking about wearing that cape. That was like the best way you can say that. We are putting on that cape and we are out there trying to save the world. And sometimes we need to, as you said, Grandma said, just sat down somewhere. It is okay to actually sit down and enjoy
Oh,
life, enjoy, embrace life, doing sometimes nothing.
we do. I need a bullhorn. Come on, family. I need a bullhorn. Okay. Yes. Okay. We need to enjoy, refuel, regroup, and it not have to be something that's so odd that it makes us uncomfortable.
Right.
Because like I said, sometimes receiving help makes us uncomfortable,
Yeah.
as if we're superhuman.
And I actually want to get the chat involved. Thank you all for tuning in. We are kicking off the month of March, and it's Women's History Month. So we're talking about ways that we can actually celebrate women during this month. And sometimes it's something really easy, like walking past a woman and saying, you know what? You are rocking that blouse today, or whatever it is. Sometimes we just get so caught up in what's going on with us, or okay, she probably hears that all day, whatever we're saying, instead of just going ahead with it and celebrating another woman just doing a daggone thing. I don't care what it is, and we don't do it often enough. And like I said, I think we're so used to doing that. I think that that's one of the things that you tapped into about receiving. We're not good at receiving sometimes. Lisa Keith says that is why you guys are the best. I think she's talking about the team. Thank y'all for coming in here and checking out the Power Shut Up. We are kicking off Women's History Month. And so I had one of my girls in here, Sean, talking about how we are kind of working community. Absolutely. Talking about how we lift up women just in everyday life. It doesn't have to be a production. And how we're not good. Sean tapped into this, how we might be good at giving a compliment, but are we good at receiving the compliment? Because I was one of those, okay, confession, where somebody says, oh, I was like, oh girl, this whole thing, it don't, we would do that, and yeah, I get it.
I'm almost shocked. I have seen, and again, I've been there before, but like I said, my pastor, mentor, coach, she checked all the women, okay, and said, "Have you ever thought just to say thank you?" And people were like, "Oh, well," and watch this, because we're so not used to receiving or defending or whatever it, or accepting the compliment. We think we said thank you. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, like you said, oh, girl, that's a nice dress. Oh, this whole thing, you didn't say thank you.
Never said thank you. Right.
You didn't say thank you. You don't win to, girl, I got this at Marshall's for $12. Girl, they don't sell it no more. And then you didn't say thank you.
That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, girl, I got my hair cut last week. Girl, you didn't say thank you. So I want to challenge all of us to say thank you. Thank you when they open the door. Thank you when they say, oh, man, why don't you pull your car up and let me put the groceries in? It's okay. It's really okay. I'm extending it to the Power of Shut Up community at large. It's okay.
Especially during Women's History Month. Just go and let them put the bags in the car. Just go and let them put your car to the car. Just go and let them. Just go and let them. It's okay. But it's okay. I mean, I really think that it's the little things that matter. We say that all the time in our personal relationships with our mates, our spouses, whatever. But why not with your girlfriends? It's the little things that matter. You got girlfriends around here that are struggling. They're hurting. They haven't heard a kind word from anybody. But why not, one of your girls? Or just a woman in your life. I mean, I would take this opportunity to really shout out, when we're talking about Women's History Month, the women in my life that have made such a difference. Absolutely, my mom. Every month that I grow older, every year, every day, I'm thinking about how my mother has poured into me and some of the things that she has done that have really kind of created who I am. And I'm so blessed and grateful for it. Lisa Keith said, giving a compliment or lifting my people up is not hard. It feels good to see a smile. You never know what that means to a person. And Lisa, you're so right. The unfortunate part about that, which I love Lisa's in the world, right? I'm not being biased.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm not being biased, but Lisa, I'm just saying. But no, I think that more people, I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people struggle in this area. So I love it when it comes easy to people, because it comes easy to me, but I've discovered that a lot of people struggle with the compliments, especially on receiving them. Crystal says, I don't accept compliments well, but I give them. That's exactly what we were talking about, Crystal, And that's, I think Sean has put a call to action out there. So Crystal, you on the list front and center.
And Crystal, listen, I'm sending a big hug to you. You are fabulous. You are worth it. You are all that, a bag of chips and French onion dip. And I want you to go and take all of that energy and just take it in.
It's hard, and I have been Chris. I'm Crystal. I'm not gonna say I have been. I do exactly what you said. When somebody gives a compliment, I'll minimize it. I will diminish. And we talked about this even on Empowering Perspectives, and some of those lives we talked about. I dim my shine many times. Still probably just working on a work in progress, but I've done it to make other people feel comfortable, or just because, oh no, I don't want you to think I'm all that, or whatever it is. We tend to do that. But this is, this month is to remind us that we have accomplished things, we have done things, and it's okay to be very proud of who you are, what you've done for your families, for your communities, for yourself. Okay. Sometimes it's just getting up in the morning and being able to say, you know what? I pushed through, because it was some stuff going on, but I pushed through. And Lord knows today, I'm sure there's a whole lot of people, not just women, going through some stuff that they got to push through every day. So that's why I really kind of wanted to kick off things with Women's History Month, and really just say to those women in my life, my friends, my new friends, my old friends, my mom, my family. I just appreciate you all for pouring into me, believing in me. And I do know that without my sister girls, without the women, elderly women in my life, without the friends that I have met along the way, I could not be growing into the person that I am. And for that, to all the women that I know that are in my life in any capacity, I say thank you. Thank you. Just thank you, and receive it. Don't be pushing it back. Receive it.
Like I said, literally, she said to us, say thank you and then be quiet. Do you know how hard that was?
Yeah.
In a room full of what? Thank you. Just thank you. Without all of the other stuff. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, it has not always been easy. That is awesome. That is awesome. And these are some of the gems, tools that that Lisa's passing on, that we're passing on, and not just to our daughters or to young women, to one another. Like you say, a reminder to one another. It is truly an honor. And we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, because I know we're going to talk about nutrition, and we're going to talk about some self-care, the ways that we can honor ourselves.
So look,
I'm getting ahead, family.
No, it's okay, because y'all know we did this the last time, but I found, I love to find days, awareness days in each month. I think that they're fun. I think that, you just kind of discover things. And y'all know I am all about celebrating Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For whatever reason, I say, let's celebrate. And since we have some sister girls, and we have Empowering Perspectives in here that always lift up the women in his life as well, I say let's go forward with sharing some days that we want to be aware of in the month of March. And the reason I share these is because it might be something you never heard of before, but next year, when we say happy such and such a day, you see it on social media, you like, oh yeah, I celebrate that all the time, because I find some really interesting things that we could celebrate. So let's start. And you all, I want to hear from those who are joining in, what you think about these days. And do you know someone that you could actually send this to that might not know that there's such a day? So let's see. I know some of them are Sean's favorites, but we're going to start off. First of all, I don't know if you all knew, but for Women's History Month for 2025, and they change the theme every year. I don't know if people knew that, but they really do change the theme of Women's History Month. So for this year, 2025, Women's History Month, the theme is moving forward together. And I love that theme. I love it.
That's
so
good.
I wanted to make sure you all know going forward that from March 1st to how many days we got? 31 days. And I'll tell you how significant that day is as we come to a close. But I'm just going to say this. I ain't going to say no more right now. But 25 days and counting. I'll tell you what it's all about at another time. But I'm counting down 25 days. But we're going to move on. Okay. Sean, if you see some comments, just let me know what they are. So I got one for y'all. Did you know that National Peanut Butter Lovers Day was March 1st? Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? Who likes that one? I want to see who's in the chat.
Go ahead, post. Listen, who's still eating peanut butter and jelly?
Well, I don't do the bread anymore. I might be telling on myself. But you could pass me a Nutter Butter any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Do you know I was around some kids and they were like, "Oh, that's gross." I was like, that's because y'all wasn't raised right.
So
how many service?
How many of y'all love peanut butter? Who out there, Crystal, is that you saying me? Because Lisa says in Prime Perspective, you are such a good sport because you are here. Yes, he is. He represents all the time. Who loves peanut butter? I think Crystal said me. I love a Nutter Butter. So just know going forward, on the month of March, okay? The month of March, it's actually March 1st is National Peanut Butter Lovers Day. But I got one for you. I found out before we went live that Sean has a girlfriend that celebrated herself, because sometimes that's what we got to do. Guess why she was celebrating herself and why we should all be celebrating, because really, really, this is very important. Did you all know that today is National Dentist Day? Now, I want to look to the comments. Who knew that? Who knew that? Crystal like that peanut butter and jelly. Oh, Lisa is allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, I have a child who's allergic to peanuts.
Oh, Lisa, I know my grandson is too. But that's all right. We got some other days for you, Lisa. So don't.
Absolutely. We got some other stuff.
But who knew? Who knew that today was National Dentist Day? But based on some of the things that we were talking about, March 1st has another meaning. Guess what? World Compliment Day is March 1st. Who knew?
To the world. Who knew?
Who knew? And look, Lisa said, I had no idea. And Power Perspective said, National Peanut Butter Day was made for me. I know that's right. Nutter Butter is on the house. I might have to give away some Nutter Butter. So I love peanut butter.
Oh, that would be fire.
Yes. So we're going to have to think about that. Lisa said, I had no idea. She didn't know anything about World Compliment Day, which was March 1st. But why don't we make that a daily thing? We were talking about that. What's wrong with complimenting at least one person? So let's do this. Another call to action. It's Women's History Month. So in honor of Women's History Month, how about starting today? Once a day, at least, compliment a woman that you walk past. You might have to call a friend. It could be a stranger. It doesn't have to be somebody you know, but just compliment them. Because today, that was March 1st. March 1st was World Compliment Day. But we have more. I think you all know about this one. National Kidney Month. I think a lot of people knew about that. And I'm going to explain my blue ribbon in just a minute. But I saw some of these as awareness days, and now I'm getting ready to kick into one that Sean going to talk a little bit about to our sisters and for women. We need to look out for ourselves, take care of ourselves. And one of the reasons is because it's National Nutrition Month. What say you, Sean?
Listen, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. That is a quote from Hippocrates. And doctors take the Hippocratic oath, but they don't tell us about that part. Okay. Food is medicine, family. It is what it is. Come on. I love give your flowers now. I'm still in the comments. All right. Appreciate
Wait, look, no, real quick before we continue. Well, look, because Elisa said they were making up days. They absolutely are, but we're going to roll with it. So Empowering Perspective said, well, in that case, all of you beautiful Black women in the panel and in the chat are gifts from God, and I appreciate you. That's all it takes. There you
That's
go.
all it takes.
There
Boom.
you go.
Boom.
That,
You
and no,
understood
this is
the
what we're going to
assignment.
do. What did you say we're supposed to do with that? Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Love it, love it, love it. And so we have to be mindful about what we eat. I can't tell. I mean, I appreciate you. I think it was Lisa in the chat who said she was allergic to peanuts. I appreciate you because again, you know, there are a lot of causes or diseases and skin diseases, uh, respiratory issues, digestive issues that are related to nutrition. A lot of issues. We're going to talk about some of them, but I'm going to share with you, Lisa, we were talking about women's history and women's health. We can talk about dementia and Alzheimer's because it's something that that I am currently experiencing cognitive decline with my mother at 77, 76. Did she turn 76 or 77? 77 on her birthday in February. I had to think about it. And she has outlived her mother now, but she is experiencing again cognitive decline. After being with her, because I study nutrition, I shared with Lisa in a very short period of time, family, I realized that besides her being malnutritioned, so she is not eating properly and well, she has some other issues going on. But one of the things that I noticed almost immediately is her sugar addiction. Mm-hmm. So you've probably heard on the TV or on radio that Alzheimer's is now considered diabetes 3. What is it? I forgot what it is. First, gosh, I just drew a blank. Type 2. Thank you. Now it is considered type 3 diabetes. And what I will share with people all the time is that if you look at people who are experiencing cognitive decline, especially in this current time, look at their lack of nutrition, family, but more importantly, look at their addiction to sugar. Now, here's how was I able to tell? One of the things is that sugar is in everybody, almost everything. And it tricks the body to think that you have eaten. Think about what we do with kids. So it sends you up, right? Don't give them all that sugar. Don't give them all that sugar. It's what we do. I know people love coffee, and I know y'all gonna get mad at me, but like I said, let's take it up with Lisa.
Well, but we're sitting here talking about Nutter Butters and all that kind of stuff. So, but we're gonna have a little fun with this. Look, I did want to give a shout out to Lisa said, Empowering Perspectives. Thank you, handsome Black man. You are a gift from God to your community. Thank you. And he actually followed suit with what we were trying to teach ourselves and said, you guys are awesome. Thank you. I absolutely concur. I think Crystal says she agreed with Lisa's comment. And yes, he is. Look, he represents every week and to his community, to the people around him. Everybody in this chat, gives back, and I appreciate it. And I like, when we talked about women in our lives, and Sean's talking about her mom and the things that she has to do, that's in the area where I said we are always working. We are always working. We're always doing. We're always looking out. So I knew when we said something about this being Nutrition Month, and I don't even know if Sean knew that, but when it was Nutrition Month, I was like, oh, this is right up her alley. Actually, Lisa says, at Crystal Everett, yes, sis, and you are fabulous and appreciated by me for your labor of love in our community. I concur as well. This is what I love to see, and it don't take nothing. It don't take nothing.
The attitude, the desire, like I said, the willingness to receive as well as to extend. Love is currency. Just like money, it's energy, right? Now you're gonna get me to start preaching. Okay, Lisa, bring me back.
Okay.
All right, bring me back. Okay, I didn't know it was National Nutrition Month, But I just want to encourage us to be mindful. Food is supposed to be energy. She had to pull out her peanut butter Girl Scout cookies. I ain't mad.
Are they dosey dos? Yes. Is that dosey dos?
That is so funny. We talk about national nutrition and cookies in the same conversation. That's what's happening here. Okay. Don't bring it over here. Okay. Don't judge. All right. So I want you all to think about how you hydrate and how you complete. All right. And eat the rainbow. This is what I tell people all the time. And we're not talking about Skittles. Okay. I know I wish I had somebody laughing. Okay. He said, them is the ones, okay? Those the ones right there. When my husband do Thin Mints, y'all, and put them in a refrigerator.
Look, now I'm like, I got to find me a Girl Scout real quick.
Listen, let me tell you something. He texts me from the store, okay? Empowering Perspectives. Brother, you are not alone. My husband texts me from the store, and he's like, the pusher is here. I'm like, what can I do? Talk me off the ledge. I was like, listen.
But look, this is a perfect lead in because we talk about nutrition. We talked about peanut butter. We got a combination of things going on here. We got to balance this out because I can tell you what happens when we eat all of those nutter butters. We've been talking about that peanut butter and a little sugar here and there. So guess what? Did you know that National Sleep Awareness Week was next week, March 9th through March 15th, and World Sleep Day is March 14th. So that's what you go into when you eat all that sugar.
It takes you up and then it brings you down. It brings you down real bad, family. It brings you down real bad. And so the other thing, it's so funny that we're talking along these same lines. We're talking about sugar. I'm going to tell you right now, please watch your sugar intake. Processed sugars of all kinds. Come on. Yes. Health is our wealth. Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations on that blood work. I can tell you, and again, I'm just going to say, as we get older, there are things we have to monitor more closely because it doesn't take long that the things that we were eating before, we have to adjust. I'm not going to tell y'all get away from the cookies. Okay, fam?
Just everything. Look, at this age or stage of the game, everything in moderation. Even though I struggle with what moderation means.
See, now you about to make me mad. You about to make me mad.
I know. Work with me. So Empowering Perspective says, man, look, sleep awareness is every day for me. Doesn't mean I get a lot, but at least I am aware that I don't. Therefore, a nap is coming. And I'm glad he said that because this is one of Sean's things, okay? And when we first met, how many years ago?
Oh my God. The show was on the air between 2011 and 2013. We were on the air. Lisa was the super duper producer. That's her nickname, y'all. Y'all can tell her she was the super duper producer of my show back in those days.
Yeah, but she was about sleep, okay? And I had never, besides knowing how to spell nap, that's about as close as I got to a nap is how to spell it. But as I've gotten older, like she said, it's been 10, 15 years, whatever. I am like, nap needs to go into my, not only my vocabulary, but I need to be doing it. Like, look, she said, I'm
calling out of work. Okay, so let me give y'all some stats. This is what you're gonna tell your boss. Okay, family, check this out. This is real talk. Okay, so I actually read a book. You all, this is again when Lisa says I'm about sleep, like Empower Perspectives, I'm about the sleep. They call me like the sleep Nazi, okay? And you know, you probably can't say these words now on certain things, but that's what they call me, all right? Because this book by Ariana Huffington called The Sleep Revolution, Transforming Your Life One Night at a Time, changed my life. So I'm going to give you all just some highlights from that book. I got notes, okay? I came prepared, family. So,
oh no, she gonna take.
Look, I got some notes.
Okay, real quick.
Sleep is non-negotiable for success. Lack of sleep gives impaired decision-making, memory loss, and lower productivity. You guys know that a tired driver has the same response as a drunk driver.
Yeah.
All right. I'm being this is like real life for real, family. This is so serious for me. I'm gonna run through it. Sleep improves health and longevity. Chronic sleep deprivation leads to heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and weakened immune system. So get a sleep hygiene and design a sleep friendly environment. Get those phones, those TVs. Oh God, y'all gonna hate me. Lisa gonna be mad at
Yeah,
me.
look, I gotta catch up. I'm gonna catch up with some of these comments real quick. So let me drop them in there real quick, Sean. One of the things that helped me understand about sleep was that I read a book by Dr. Caroline Leaf that teaches us that sometimes we're so focused on not getting rest that we're not sleeping.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Caroline Leaf is my girl, and that actually is another book. So go ahead.
Empower perspective. Listen, Linda. He just put listen, Lisa.
I know.
Listen, Linda, when I wake up in the morning, I know that whether I'm going to take a nap that day, and I plan it. I need to do better about that. I think that that's wonderful because taking a nap has never been something that I have done and done well. I just go straight to sleep, like hours sleep. But thinking about going down for just a short period of time is almost stressful to me. But I'm learning the hard way. I'm learning. So I'm getting it. Bear with me. Okay, Lisa says, and we can't sleep to get and we can't sleep, get up, do something productive. If there's something on our mind and then we get rest, your body is going to demand it. That is very true. Very true. She put hashtag naps. I'm gonna start putting that in all my stuff anyway. Just hashtag naps. Real quick, what she's stating is facts, but I have yet to see a study that states that I need to get all sleep in one setting. Okay, I need to take that in because I felt like if I'm going to sleep, I'm going to sleep for about 3-4 hours. So I ain't got time to lay down because I think it's probably nosy. You think you're going to miss something, I guess, if you take a nap? What you think?
Listen, I was going to say, I'm going to talk about the empowerment perspectives. We can talk about this sleep thing for real, because I've done so much research and reading because I do believe in naps. Here's the thing though, again, we have cycles, right? We have rhythms. Our bodies are made. We got to think about the fact that our bodies are made up of water, you guys. We are rhythms, energy, right? Again, yes, I love Jesus, but we got to think about how we were physically made, family. Okay, sometimes it gets a little woo-woo. So that, how much deep sleep you get, how much REM sleep you get, it all matters. It doesn't necessarily have to be in one setting, but there is some longevity that happens with your quality of sleep. Okay. Yeah. So that's what you got to understand. So I am a complete proponent of 8 hours, especially, family, for those of you, you all are creative, you are ambitious, you are driven, your brain, okay, like we talked about dementia earlier, your brain needs a complete shutdown. Yeah. Just like you said with Dr. Caroline Lee, your brain needs a shutdown.
I mean, I'm learning more every day and actually learning to appreciate those breaks where I can just nap, and I'll be able to practice a whole lot more, but I'll share about that later.
Oh gosh. So I
did want to share this email, this website, National Women's History Alliance. They have a toolkit out there that gives you some wonderful ideas on how to celebrate Women's History Month, whether you're an educator, whether you are somebody who works in the community, but they have all kinds of great ideas for the children that you can do. I thought it was really cool. So I shared a few things earlier in the show, but please visit their website and check out their toolkit. I thought it was even a cool idea that they even have a toolkit to address these things, because sometimes we celebrate these things, but we don't know like what to do in celebration of them. So the fact that somebody thought about that was pretty cool. I did want to share that I have a ribbon here. So we're in the month of March, and one of the reasons that March is such a special month for me, one is my son was born March 9th, so I want to shout him out. He will be 26 years old on March 9th. That is his baby. So happy birthday to Cameron, who's my son, but Uncle Cam.
Big Cam.
More about him in the children's book series, because Uncle Cam is going to show up. But happy birthday to my son. But my daughter had my very first grandson. His name was Khalil, and he was born on March 5th. And what we started doing in memory of Khalil is we wear a blue ribbon or I ask my friends and family to wear something blue. I even would give people, I will walk around with blue ribbons and just say, hey, would you wear a blue ribbon? Just in honor of Khalil. I'll share that he was with us for 3 weeks, but he made a lifetime impact. He touched our hearts in a wonderful way. And my daughter is the epitome of strength when it came to what she had to go through. And I wanted to share this during Women's History Month, because she was a young Black woman who was going through something that was very difficult. And as a mom, I had not experienced anything like this before. So this was a first for us. And normally you're used to going through something and then you help your daughter along because you've done it before. I had no idea what this would be like. And the amount of strength that she showed when she dealt with this situation for this shorter period of time, because during the time that Khalil was alive, only his parents could see him in the NICU. So I never got a chance to meet him. But I feel like I met him through how my daughter prepared for just those 3 weeks. And I know that's got to be devastating on a level that I can't even relate. And she showed up so wonderfully that I no longer saw her as my little girl. I was like, wow, that is a strong young woman right there. And talking about some mom energy. I was so proud of her. And so I came up with this idea to wear a blue ribbon in honor of Khalil, and we wear it for the 3 weeks that he lived. And we actually smile because he made such an impact on our lives for such a short period of time. And he brought out the best in her in ways that I never seen before. So this is just in memory of him. I do this every year. So if you're thinking about it and you have some time, find yourself a blue ribbon or put on a blue shirt. Please tag me in social media or send me a message just showing me. But it's just in honor of Khalil. He is forever our angel. And I love remembering him in this time. So the footprint that she wears, she has, I think, a tattoo or something of his footprint, but he's forever a footprint in our lives, and I always dedicate this time to him. I did want to share a couple of comments. Let's see. Black Coalition is great for helping with menopause issues. Sorry, says sorry, empowering perspectives. He can still share it with a woman he knows in his life, but I have to remember that we're gonna have to take notes. This is good stuff. You know what I'm thinking about?
And so is Wild Yam. Because I think
you know what I'm thinking about. Let's talk maybe one of these Thursdays for the Women's History Month. We can talk about some of those issues that women have, where I think we know a few people that are good in the area of menopause, and we can all kind of share information of how we can get through these night sweats and these empowering perspectives. But we can share how we can get through this. So I really enjoyed kind of sharing Women's History Month and kicking it off. We will have guests throughout the month, but we just kind of wanted to break the ice on a new month. Like I said, I have some news that I'll be sharing. I actually have several pieces of information that I want to share with everybody, but not tonight. Not tonight. And you all know that April is my birthday month. So come April,
just your birthday.
That's right. It's Sean's birthday. It's my daughter's birthday. It's my grandson's birthday. It's my mother's birthday. Okay. All the reasons to celebrate April. So y'all beware in April. We're going to turn up. I'm going back to giveaways. Okay. Because we didn't give anything away necessarily. And I think I even owe Empowering Perspectives one gift. What is this? Crystal said caffeine caused my, oh,
yeah.
Oh, Crystal, you about to hurt my feelings because
and alcohol.
Well, I knew about alcohol, but I like my coffee in the morning. That's okay. Y'all just keep stepping on my toes. Empowering Perspective said, yeah, men on pause in my field of expertise. I love love it. No, don't go on pause. Look, this is good information. I wish I printed out stuff for my husband, but he was like, that's too much information. I said, no, you're going to need this information because I don't even know what's going on right now. So I'm going to need you to read up on this so you can point it out and say when, okay, you tripping because that's that. So no, this is good information. She said, I am all tea now. Mm-hmm. I know that's right. I'm gonna have to take a minute though, y'all, because yeah,
Well, you already know I'm drinking mushroom coffee, so but I didn't have a coffee addiction beforehand, so
I got that downstairs too. But I like my coffee in the morning. Okay, I got work to do. I'm not ashamed. I can handle it. But I wanted to thank you all for joining us. This was, like I said, just a moment to kind of kick off Women's History Month and talk about ways that we could actually pour into each other. I think sometimes we don't do that. We don't think about the simple things. So there's been several calls of action. Sean, I know you mentioned some things. And I'm just encouraging you all every day starting now, at least one woman that you come across in your life, whatever it may be, your daughter, your niece, whatever, just give them words of encouragement, some great advice, or a compliment. Just at least one. But I know you all can do better than one a day. But let's try that. I think the more that you actually operate in that, the more it just comes natural. And the other part of the call of action, that's the front part of it. The back part of it that Sean mentioned earlier is not only to give, but Sean, what did you say?
Receive. Thank you.
I was getting ready to say, so she called me. Receive it. Receive it and say thank you. And with that being said, I am really excited about this month, like every month. But I'm excited to celebrate women. And we shared a couple of other fun days that you can celebrate during the month of March. If you know a dentist out there or to your dentist, please, it's kind of late. They're probably off, but just say happy dentist day to them. They would really appreciate that. And I bet you they would. So Empowering Perspective said, do we have a Men's History Month? You do. You do.
Yeah. It's June. I mean, I'm not even being funny. It's June.
No, he said, just kidding, y'all. But no, you do. In June, on the Power Shut Up, as I did on Luncheon with Lisa, we make June about the men. So Empowering Perspectives, you know where I'm going to need you to be in the month of June, because we celebrate men all month. So yes, you all have a moment and we're going to celebrate you. So Empowering Perspectives, we can create one if we don't, but they do. They have one for men and we look out for y'all during the month of June. So we got you covered. Okay. It's not always about
men's health, Black Music Month. There's tons of stuff happening in June. On top of
and here's something before we go. I would love Empowering Perspective. Please share with us some things that are men's issues. We would love to bring those to the platform in the month of June, and let's talk about it. We want you all to talk about the things that are, particular to men. So Crystal said there is not typically a Men's History Month, but there's an International Men's Day on November 19th. But June is actually Men's History Month, I believe. So
Men's Health.
Men's health. So we talk about men's issues. So that's, I think I kind of make June the month. I've even done for my magazine, I did a cover where I put all men on my cover to celebrate in the month of June. So it's coming. And we're going to pull in November too, Crystal. I mean, why not? We need to
put it all on there.
Absolutely. Okay. What he says, sis, I was going to be here anyway. I appreciate you.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, so he says, Crystal says, so they only get one month. Well, Crystal.
Crystal, listen, I had 3 sons. Lisa, you got sons. They all the right? Husbands, dads, uncles.
Yeah, and we go all out over here for the men. So
yeah, we don't play that.
And look, Crystal, no, it's not just one that they said 1 month, but we say every day. So we don't need a reason to celebrate. But June, we're going to give them to just really concentrate on them. But I really appreciate you all coming in here and joining us. We have guests coming for the rest of the month, but we really just wanted to kick off Women's History Month and share some ways that we can show up for one another while we out here just living this life. But we have some surprises coming up in regards to my publishing company, in regards to just kind of rebranding, regrouping. Sean's part of that process. We had some bad news with some things that was going on, but I think probably in the scheme of 20 minutes, it was like regroup, and then we back at it. So
all things work together for the good.
Absolutely. And we have some great news because of it. So I'm excited to share that with you. And just keep in mind 331. Okay. So I'll share when we get closer to the end of the month. But just remember, I said 25 days. This is a 25-day countdown. So I'm starting today and I'm counting down 25 days to 331. And as we get closer, I'll share with you why that day is going to be so special to me for the rest of my life.
We need a banner.
Get it. No, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you for joining us on the Power Shut Up podcast. We look forward to seeing you at 25 days and counting. Yes, we look forward to seeing you next Thursday and every Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m. So please make sure you tune in, and we can't wait to see you then. But until then, have a wonderful, wonderful week.